Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another edition of Light Sports Ramble. Tonight, a little bit different view. It's not because of technical difficulties, it's because of the extended ramble. When I'm doing the preview, I find that I get into the 10 to 15 minute range, and I rambled so much tonight on the NFC East that I couldn't publish because it was too long. So I have to get right to the point, but I'm going to get into it. I'm going to cut some content out. I know last night people were saying, what about so-and-so? What about so-and-so? Remember, folks, I got 10 to 12 minutes tonight, giving you a brief overview of what I think and what I see with your team. But tonight is NFC East time. And I'm going to tell you what, folks. This is a toss-up. I could go down to the man cave. I could throw darts, put all teams on the dartboard, and any four of these teams could come out as the champion this year. Yes, including Philadelphia, because I think Chip Kelly has an X factor. We don't know what's going on there, and I'm going to get to that in a little bit. But as we move into it, Washington winning the division last year, can they repeat as champions? Well, the biggest question is, will RG3 be healthy? And if he is healthy, can he stay healthy? And I don't think he can. If we look back, before the injury, he had been nicked up many times in the season. And that does not bode well for Alfred Morris, who literally came out of nowhere and shocked the NFL with this season. Great job, Alfred. Wonderful job last year. Great story. But let's take a look when RG3 was not your starting quarterback or not the quarterback in the game. Your rushing stats went down. So more than anybody, you need him to be healthy. Because without him healthy, teams are just going to stack up against the run and say, let's stop Morris. And let's make Kirk Cousins beat us. And I don't think Kirk Cousins can beat you. He's an average quarterback. And he showed it in the playoffs last year. Very inconsistent, very scared back there. Looked like he didn't know what was going on. And then let's look at the skill positions. Receiver. I mean, I think you made a couple good pickups in Henderson and Stallworth. Average to serviceable receivers. Can help that team. But you got Moss in the slot. You got Garcon, who has been battling injury problems for the last couple of years. I mean, solid receiving core. That's what I'd give it. I'd give it maybe a C+, a B. Maybe. But I think where you're really going to make your move this year is, can that defense get better? I know last year decimated by injury. Just decimated. You lost Arakpo early. You lost Carricker early. And that led to no pass rush. None whatsoever. So you had to blitz, and you had to blitz, and you had to blitz to get any pressure on the quarterback, and you still couldn't do it, and you put your secondary out on that island, and it wasn't a good sight. But we'll see what happens. I mean, this all rests with RG3, and is his health going to be okay? He says day one. Says he's going to be there opening day, and that's great. Unfortunately, the way this man plays, I don't see him staying healthy. And that's not in a bad way. The guy plays, has a motor, 100%, 100%, 100%. And he just competes. The guy's a beast. And he plays that way. So let's move on to New York. Biggest question with New York is, what are you going to do with all these free agent losses? Lost a lot of players. May not be impact players, may not be elite players. But you lost a lot of role players that may have been with you when you won your 2 Super Bowls. So, as a GM, how do you look at this and say, I lost some leadership, and what did I replace it with? And if I look at you losing your 6 players on defense, you didn't upgrade. You didn't upgrade at all. I think you lost there. But let's get into where the question is. The offense is okay with Manning. You know what? Eli Manning, I rambled a few times ago about elite quarterbacks. Eli Manning is an elite quarterback. However, Eli, throwing this on you, You didn't make the playoffs last year because of you. You're supposed to be the man that leads that team to the playoffs. Put that team on your back and get them into the playoffs. And you didn't do it. You need to take the blame, Eli. You didn't get your team to the playoffs last year. You played like crap in the second half of the season. So hopefully you fix that. And Giants fans better hope you fix it too. Because you got the weapons. You got Cruz. You got Nix. And I think Nix is actually a better receiver than Cruz. And so I hope this contract by Cruz does not affect Nix in a negative way. I'm hoping the opposite happens, that he gets all mad because he's like, I want the money. Because I think Nix is a better all-around receiver. Your biggest loss is Bradshaw. I know the business side of it, free agent, didn't want to pay him the money, let him look, and he signed with the Colts. It'll be fun watching him play since I live in Indianapolis. I think the guy's a great back. He kept the defense honest. The guy's going to get you 3 to 4 yards a carry. And so now you're going to throw in Wilson. And you know what? Wilson showed signs of promise last year. He really did. But you got rid of a veteran. A guy that's proven. A guy that's played in Super Bowls. And you're going to Wilson. Good luck with that. Because that offensive line is nothing better than average. But let's go to the defensive side of the ball. And this is where I think you took the big hit. You lost Umanora. You lost Canty. I hope you can still generate a pass rush. And I hope your front seven can generate a pass rush. Because that secondary is a mess. You know what? Prince is got the talent. He's got the talent. Not going to say he's a great cornerback. He's got talent to be a great cornerback. And I don't know the actual numbers. But if I looked at it, that guy's probably been hurt more than the games he's played. But he's a good cornerback. But his mate, Corey Webster, on the other side, what are you thinking? You signed the guy and now he has just been declining. He's in his early 30s and he just doesn't have it anymore. You need to wake up and realize that. But all said and done, I think the biggest loss that you guys have, maybe it's because I love special teams guys. Maybe it's because I love kickers. Maybe it's because I played soccer that I love kickers. But you lost Lawrence Tynes. And if memory serves me right, was it not Mr. Tynes that on a frozen tundra kicked you into the Super Bowl? Was it not Mr. Tynes that went to the Bay in bad conditions and kicked you into a Super Bowl? There's no replacing a quality kicker. Good luck with that. Let's move on to Dallas. I might get a little heated on this one. Tony Romo from my home state of Wisconsin. Come on, Tony. What are you doing in Dallas? Let's get this done. Let's get it done. Because the question is, are you going to collapse again and be labeled as an underachiever for the 2013 season once again? Because Tony Romo, you nearly had 5,000 yards passing. You got the talent around you, and that's what's keeping you out as an elite quarterback. That's what's keeping you out. Because you're so inconsistent leading that team. One game, maybe you bring them back. The next game, maybe you don't bring them back. What is that, Tony Romo? Step up your game this year. You got the skill. Now just get consistent. Use Des Bryant. Use Miles Austin. You got a great draft pick in Terrence Williams. This guy is going to be a good NFL receiver. You got Jason Witten. So you know what, Tony Romo? Use your weapons. And you got Murray in the backfield. There is no reason that you cannot take that team on your back and get to the playoffs and be a winner. So Tony Romo, just do it. Now, the problem is on defense. And we knew there was a problem, so you brought in the future Hall of Fame Monty Kiffin. But Monty, Are you really moving to a 4-3? Are you really doing that? Because I don't think you have the personnel to do it. What are you doing with Spencer? Where are you going to play him? Spencer does not fit in a 4-3. Now, maybe your Hall of Fame credentials can make him really efficient. But I don't see it. On paper, I don't see it. And DeMarcus Ware, I'll tell you what, wherever you put that guy, the guy's just a beast. The guy's going to get to the quarterback. The guy can rush. The guy's got speed. The guy is great. DeMarcus Ware is a great pass rusher. So, Monty, whatever you do with him, it's going to work. But what are you doing with Spencer? Now, I know you got Lee and you got Carter coming back from injury. That's going to be a plus. But I also remember, Monty, in your great defenses, wasn't it the safety that played a key role in running that defense? And who are you putting that on? Will Allen, the free agent pickup? I don't think that's the answer at safety. So it could be a problem for you. Best of luck, Dallas. Let's move on to Philadelphia. And I love my Eagle fans. I have a number of them. And the simple question is, what is Chip Kelly going to do in Philadelphia? What are you doing with the team? Who's your quarterback going to be? Is it Michael Vick? Is it Foles? Is it Barkley? Could be Barkley. He's a rookie. Drafted. I like Barkley. However, the Philadelphia media and fans will tear him apart when he loses a game, and I think it will kill him. Too early for him. But honestly, Philadelphia, I think you got a diamond in the rough in Matt Barkley. I like him. I like that pickup. It's a good quarterback. Let's look at the skill positions. And I got a beef. I got one huge beef. And I think this might be the key to your season. It's Deshaun Jackson. Does Chip Kelly have the balls to pull him aside and say, just play the game, Deshaun? You got the talent. Now stop being a baby. When things aren't going well, will Chip Kelly pull him aside and say, listen, strap up the chin strap, get out there and play because you got talent. And you know what, Deshaun Jackson, that's what you need to do. Stop the drama. And LaShawn McCoy, holy cow, you got to be foaming at the mouth. Chip Kelly loves to run the ball. He loves to run the ball. I see LaShawn getting 1,800 yards if all goes well in Philadelphia. Because he loves to run the ball. So, LaShawn McCoy, I hope you're looking for the rock, because you should be foaming at the mouth looking at 1,800 yards. Defensively, need to revamp that thing. Just need to revamp it. And again, the question is, what are you doing with that team, Chip Kelly? 4-3, 3-4? None of us know. I don't know if you have any talent around there right now. It depends on what you do. I mean, you got rid of all your overpaid secondary, and you went in there with average to maybe below average or just a bit above average secondary. But you better fix your front seven. Get some pass rush, because I'll tell you what, the secondary you have is not going to get it done. I don't see Fletcher, Williams, Phillips, and Chung doing anything back there. But good luck, Philadelphia. With all that said, I got about 30 seconds to get to where they're going to finish. I think it's going to roll out this way, folks. I think New York, based on quarterback play, going to finish 1A. Then you got Washington 1B. Then I think you got Dallas 1C. And I think you got the Eagles 1D. So yes, I'm going all first place. It could be a tie, because this division is so close. Didn't say most competitive, but I can't pick a clear-cut favorite. But there's my rankings. Giants, Redskins, Cowboys, Eagles, in that order. I'll see you at the next red light, folks. Enjoy the evening.